everyone, Meg Loves Games here, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a High School. Now, so far we've got this, which I am loving, and you all seem to love it too, which is fantastic. We've got to do a few more refinements, like for example on this side. I think that's the main one, and my main problem with the exterior at the moment is the fact that it does look like a house, and I want to make it look more like a high school, and that's basically that. So we're going to work on that a bit today, and yeah, like I say, refine this side. I'm thinking we could do some kind of an agriculture bit that's raised up here. Be really nice if we could. It might not be huge, but we can always give it a shot. So let's see what we can do. If I could get that out of the way. Very good, very good. Now that gives us this nice area over here for some kind of a agriculture bit where you could grow some plants and stuff as a class. That would be quite nice. It definitely breaks up that space there, and I'm sure we can do that a bit more with windows and doors when we do that up here. And it gives us an opportunity to break up the colours a bit. Okay, my game is not responding. That's typical. There we go. Break up the colours a bit more by, I don't know, I think incorporating the brick for a start would be wise. Maybe some more greens somewhere would be interesting. Perhaps even if I do this, making the whole thing green on both ends, and then having this long piece here be brick. Let's take our green and do this. Everybody seemed to be liking the green and brick. I saw that a couple of people kind of warmed to it the more I used it, so yeah, that's a good sign. Hopefully you all still like it when I use it even more. So they're covered. Interesting. Perhaps we could cover the top of this as well. And then it gives us a little bit more space, which is nice. Don't know whether it goes against the whole breaking up of that space, which is my only concern at the moment. Wrought down fence, yes. That's what we want around there. How's that looking? I don't really know how I feel about it yet. It's definitely interesting. I might add a bit more shape to this top bit with the help of a something like that across there. You took the wallpaper off that whole side. Typical. I may move it in a bit actually upon looking at it closer, because we could do something with those side pieces, or we could have doors on those side bits. And I'm gonna have this one go. Just trying to decide now whether I want it all the way along or just as two little outcroppings. And I don't know why that bit has decided not to have a floor, but it does. Let's get these out, make them a part of... Okay. This is because that's not got a ceiling. Build a ceiling. And build a ceiling. Very good. Sometimes this game has the weirdest glitches, and sometimes it's nice. We don't want to do the whole thing in with a big kind of awning to it, but maybe having these areas a little shaded would be quite nice. it would be interesting. It would definitely be something. I'm just kind of spitballing at the moment. Obviously, all of these ideas are still fresh, still new. They're not 100%. You can change them all by commenting on the video and telling me what you like and don't like. If you have any suggestions of your own, then definitely put them in the description below. I am more than welcome to suggestions, tips, tricks, anything. I'm not one of those people that's just gonna be like, trying to discover everything for myself kind of thing. It's so much easier when you guys help me out, because it's kind of a two-man process, where the second man is a lot of men, I suppose. And I'm thinking that there, and then wood up there, but we'll see. And then bricks along here. I'm still unsure. No, I've decided no, I'm not having any form of shade over there. Just on the top there is a roof bit. It makes more sense really, as it doesn't fit with the style if I don't. Windows and doors on this bit. I want to get this done quickly so that we can get as much done as possible, because I want you guys to get some inside, well, I want you guys to see what's going on the inside really, which would be great, you know? I'm just saying stuff now, hope you don't mind me. Not too high. Right, that. Stick those up there. Actually, I don't like them though. Never mind. Let's go for these instead. Oh yeah, I forget that they're the wrong size. Typical. I will continue to complain about how much of a lack there is of certain things, but I will reserve that for another time, because now we've got to focus on this. We've got to focus on getting this house looking spiffy. No. I suppose we could do that actually. Let's get rid of these. Let's see what it looks like with just a central piece. It's not using multiple levels. Don't tell me it's not. Don't tell me it's using multiple levels, because it's not. Now every part of me wants to use that, but that doesn't have the right colours, so we'll go with this one instead. I kind of like that actually. And you know what we can do on those sides there, where I saved a space? I can do this. And I think I like the way that looks. So that's good. That's our side area. As for windows in here, I'm just gonna spitball and do this. I don't know, I feel like that looks good. You can totally tell me if it's wrong. Well, it's not wrong. There's no real wrong answer when it's building. Not like that, no. You can tell me if you don't like it, is what I meant to say. But yeah, that's gonna be a little agricultural area. We can focus on that a little bit more when we get to it. I'm gonna try and prettify the outside in a way that makes it look schooly. I don't know why this is all considered school items, but apparently it's all considered school items, so I'm gonna flick through here until I find something I like and would be useful. I want to find some kind of sign. We see. Control Shift C, Moo, and you. Actually, I'll turn off Moo for now. because I might not need it. But I would like, look at that, it's bread. Pleasant. What I would like is some kind of a sign that says that this is a school. So let's go to decorations and see what we have. Might be in here, it might be in the sculptures section. Looks like it might be in the sculptures section. I believe there is one somewhere. So, I suppose that'll do. Okay, we have a campground one. I don't really want a campground one. So we'll go with this one, and I think I might make it a little bit bigger. Actually, make that one smaller. Put it... No. You don't want to go in the right place, do you? We'll pop it there. At the doorway. And then, I don't know, I kind of want one that's bigger, but I'd want it on there. On that bit, which is not a part of the build, so, yeah. Kind of also want it to fit better, but no. I'll stick it there then. I was just trying to work out my favourite place for it. Yeah, my trick for making public places look more public-like is as simple as putting a square or so of this down. I'll move these probably. But are they the same? Oh, am I doing these in the right colour? This is the real question. Feels like they're the same. Are they the same? No, they're really not. Okay, you guys can go. I love this about Let's Build. I kind of do things in a weird way. But yeah, the whole point of this was to make this look less like a public, like a home, a residential building, and turn it more into a public building. And that's what I'm trying to do here. And my trick for that is just make a little fenced area and then stick a tree in it. I actually prefer smaller trees for things like this. Like, that's huge. As much as I'd love that tree to work there, it's huge. Do we have any, like, slightly smaller trees? Sims 2 had some great ones for this, but apparently, no. That'll do. And just pop them in the centre. And it already looks a lot more like a building that has got a proper groundskeeper, if that makes sense. Now, I think what I want to do is I should have planned this out beforehand, but I'm gonna move these two corners. Just do 2 corners worth of tree, I believe. I'm just gonna move it there. Get rid of these. If I can click on them, that'd be great. Nope, that's what I meant. Oh, come on. Trying to look professional in this, and then I go and ruin it. Let's one. That did nothing. Well, that did something, but not enough. Cool. And let's just get this guy in. Come on, there we go. Hop over here. Do that. I'm gonna fill these with other stuff as well, but the main premise is the trays. So stick that in the center. Pop another one in the center. Voila! Already feels more like a public building. And you know it. You know in your head. Well, you're probably saying no, it doesn't, Meg. I'm just messing around with you when I say you know it is. But, yeah, and don't forget terrain paint as well. Terrain paint is important. And I have been neglecting it in this game, but shh. Nobody needs to know that, even though I just admitted it over the internet. I like this one actually in this game because it's got the grass to it as well, so it's like perfect in this situation. And in most situations that I would actually use a lot of terrain painting in. Alright, now we are going to get moo up, if that, excuse that noise. Get some moo action going on, because we're going to get some flowers in. I'm going to just be really simple and get some grass in this bit for a start, and then go from there. I'm expecting a bunch of comments saying you forgot fences here, but it's just the way the game is rendering them for some reason. I don't see, I think I may have changed my graphics settings recently just to improve the performance of my computer as a whole. So that could be why it's not rendering things properly. But yeah, they are alien mushrooms. I don't want to put them in. Blossoms would be kind of cute. Yeah, that was a lot easier than I thought. Stick those in too. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. There we go. It's like already better. And another thing, we got a deeper lawn. Yes. I feel like schools have better. I'm just gonna cover that up and then redo those patches that we created a minute ago. I feel like schools just have better kept. Yeah, it's that one. That one's the one I want. Better kept lawns and stuff. I'll fade it out to the edges shortly, but you know, it just feels like it should be something that they have. Well kept lawns, trees in boxes, that sort of thing. It just feels very public building, hired gardening stuff, if that makes sense. So that was my little story about that, I suppose. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hop around the edges and just do that as a way of smoothing it into the lining, adjoining landscaping. There are other ways you can do this, like using fencing to fence off your areas. In this case I'm just not going to do that because I feel like this might work a little better. So there we have that. Still looking pretty spiffy, if you ask me. And let's just get these patches redone. Obviously I'm going to go back and like rejig this sort of stuff later on. It's all going to depend on what I need to add to the outside as well. So there's that. Plus, of course, your guys' suggestions, if you have any about landscaping, will obviously have to be factored in. We'll have to try them out at least. And so yeah. So it's not final, but it's getting there. Like, the look is getting there that I was after. And I feel like that's okay. Anyway, I think this is a good point to call an episode. I don't really want to work on something new because we haven't really got much time left to do so. I'm just going to fix that patch over there because it's really annoying me. As I'm going to prattle on about again, I'd appreciate comments. Liking up other people's comments that you agree on is fantastic as well. It shows what kind of the general consensus is on a matter, so keep doing that. Thank you guys for all the support on the first episode. I really, really appreciate it. I wasn't sure whether this was gonna be a build that you were interested in or not, but it seems so that's good. And yeah, so thank you all very much for that, and I will see you next time.